Welcome back to the Nintendo Wiretap for Monday, April 11th, 2022. On today's episode, we are taking a look at some brand new merchandise that just arrived at Universal Studios Hollywood in preparation for the upcoming Super Nintendo World expansion. So without further ado, let's take a look. Alright, now one of the most anticipated things, at least for me, is the opening of Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios in Hollywood. Now, I know it's already open in Japan, and as much as I would love to hop on a plane and tour it and just live there, I can't. I have responsibilities here, I work, I have kids, it's just not in the cards. But when it does open in Hollywood next year, I have every intention to go and have a blast there. It looks amazing, from the restaurants, to the rides, to the atmosphere. Everything about Super Nintendo World is something that I've wanted since I was 5 years old. And now we're so close. We are less than a year, at least I think. We are about a year away from the launch of Super Nintendo World in Hollywood. And to kick it off, Universal Studios has opened a brand new Super Nintendo World store right in the park. And inside is some exclusive merchandise you can only find at Super Nintendo World, including some really nice quality plushes of Mario and Luigi. You have apparel, you have shirts and hats, all of this amazing stuff that you can only get within the park. Now sadly, what's absent from this is some of the best merchandise from the park, which I'm hoping is going to arrive at Super Nintendo World in Hollywood as soon as the park opens up. The first being the power-up bands that you can use to interact with essentially items within the park itself. So it makes sense that that's not available, at least right now, but once they are, it's really cool. You can strap it on and you can interact with blocks and characters within the park, and when you get it home, it doubles as an amiibo, which is really frickin' cool. And the last thing that's missing is the Super Nintendo World exclusive Toko Toko Mario figures that can walk. They're like puppets that have like bursts of air that makes them move. I mean, it's really, really neat. I've never seen merchandise like this in the past. And the moment I saw these in Japan, I knew I had to have them. Now at this point, I'm not sure if these are ever coming to the US. This might be a Japanese exclusive item, but here's hoping, because it's one of the neatest piece of Nintendo merchandise that I've ever seen. Now besides that, this store is fully loaded and you can go there today. Now, if you're planning a trip to Universal Studios in Hollywood sometime this year, it's right inside the main gates, so it typically is something that you can do right when you walk into the park, so it should be pretty simple. And if for some reason you do go in, make sure to share all of your photos with us on our Twitter account at NinWire. We definitely want to see what's inside of this store. Now personally, I'm in Wisconsin, so I can't make it to the store to tour it myself, so I'm going to have to live through your pictures, so let me know what you guys think. But there you go, our very own Super Nintendo World store is officially open in Hollywood, California. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Alright, that's going to wrap up today's episode of the Nintendo Wiretap. I'll be back on Wednesday with yet another episode, but as always, until then, stay wired in. Bye, guys.